Well, folks, delighted to be joined this evening for a very important draw, which we'll discuss later, with the one, the only, Mr. Dan Hogg. Woo! Woo! Right, now come on, Dan, this is your opportunity to tell the whole of Montrose what your role is here for our women's team.
So I am the women's kit man and equipment manager, so I deal with all match day related stuff, hang out the gear, running after, make sure the balls are all done, obviously the equipment, make sure obviously, there's enough water, also their match day snacks and all that kind of stuff, and also making sure the kits are printed, and various anything that I've been asked to do. I've been asked to obviously look after the park occasionally, so whatever Barry asks me to do there, or Craig, usually I'm the one at the end of it, so I'm the one that deals with all the running.
The list of things you're giving there, a lot of them people would not appreciate that that's the sort of stuff that you're doing for this team. Particularly, you talked there about getting the food and all that sort of stuff. But, I mean, how many hours, now let's be honest, how many hours are you having to spend, particularly on a match day?
So, on a match day, the girls, if it's a home game, it's a 1 o'clock kick-off.
Yeah.
I'm here from bang on 8 o'clock. And I'm probably not leaving here until probably back at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Wow.
Time.
It's like a full-time
It's a full-time job, it's like 7 days of my week are Montrose related. I do have a full-time job, but this feels like a full-time job because there's always something being done. I'm here roughly 3-4 nights a week.
Yeah.
Not just on training night. I know we train Tuesday, Thursdays, but it's the rest of the other stuff I have to do. Making sure there's kits are printed, getting into the office to get the machines. Cody's obviously messages, we're needing this, we're needing that. I'll have to go, it's having to deal out with times. So I've even come in here at like 10:30 at night. Just had to go on, no other option. And even on away games, it's like you're starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. Just to go and grab the kit, the gear, the kit, the footballs, the food, and then I'm always the last one back home. I remember we played Aberdeen at midweek, we all got home round about, you're looking at the back of 11, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning I got home. Time I dropped all the kit off and everything, and then the next day I'm washing the kit. So it's a full-time job in itself, but Kim, what I love it.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, you wouldn't do something like this if there wasn't some sort of reward out of it, and you've been doing it for a number of years now as well.
Yeah, this is probably what I would say 3.5 years, and I've got some great memories, and it's fantastic. People think I'm the guy in the background. I quite like being in the background, but it's stress. The stress is that I still feel the stress, as Craig does, as Richie does, even Neil and the girls, I kick every ball.
Yeah. I know that feeling, you don't need to tell me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've got some great memories. Whenever time I come here, the girls are brilliant. Yeah. I do it for them, and I do it for, it's like the thanks you get, the chats you get, they'll go, sitting in hospitals with girls, when they've had accidents with, I remember Louise, and then obviously Cully, you're sitting in A&E with them. There's more to...
Yeah, there's more than 90 minutes of football.
Yeah, and to be honest, I wouldn't swap it for the world. It's probably one of the best decisions I ever made was coming here, and I recommend everybody just get involved.
Aye. Do you know the reality is, especially on the women's side, the more people that can volunteer to help us out, as well as coming into games. Do you know what I mean? Come and support them. It's really, really important because the girls are improving year after year, and having support behind them makes all the difference when you're fighting to stay in the league.
It is. It's and I've probably met. It's not just the football side. It's like I've probably met more friends here in football. People I've never met in my entire life. I've probably never met until I got involved. Yeah. And they're now friends for life. Regardless what happens 5-10 years down the line, I'll still probably be coming here and supporting the girls. I'll probably be 95-year-old and I'll still be hanging the kids
I'll tell you what, I'd take that 95, I'd take that right now. Happy days.
So would I. Yeah. I feel like I'm 95 now.
And now, come on, the last thing before we do this draw, how good is it being on that wee tractor?
Oh, I love it. I
It looks
love
like
it.
you love it. I'm not
I
gonna
love
lie.
being on the tractor. You know, I stick the earphones in and away I go, and it's like I'm in a wee world of my own. There's times I just love when I'm doing the kits and it's just peace and quiet.
Aye, okay.
Before the bum, you know, the hassle of the games, the stress of the games, you know, and it's the reward at the end of it. You know, I think last season you seen it. Probably the biggest memory was like Batodry was a great night for us, and you know, and again Motherwell, and then Spartans, the drama. Do you know, it's all the kind of things I've missed in football, and these girls have got me in my butt and my love of the game. You know,
Brilliant.
and working with Craig, I know he's probably calls me a few things.
He calls everybody a few things. Don't worry.
But do you know, he's great to work with. You know, Richie's great to work with. You know, Matty. Even yourself, Barry,
Try.
They're great, you know, and everybody's just, you know, fantastic. That's
Don't
it.
forget Codes.
And Codes, I better not forget Codes.
It's because she does so much.
Yeah.
It's like that classic thing. You always forget the people who do so much.
Well, I speak to Cody more than I do my wife at
Well, you
times.
see?
Do you know, people ask all the time, it says that, I'm glad my wife knows who Codes is.
Right, aye.
Because the big questions getting asked, you know. So, like, Codes basically my football wife. So, when my wife, but it's funny because as he Codes, every time the phone rings, my wife goes, that'll be Codes. I wouldn't get it.
Yeah, it is.
But no, I enjoy working with Cody. She's like, you know, she's just like my football bestie, you know.
And it's not just this team, by the way. The women's team, she does a lot for the guys as well, let's be honest. So, right, Daz, well, let's get down to this, pal.
Yep.
So, for those who are unaware of what this is all about, we are doing a prize raffle draw for a couple of strips. And it's the women's team that it's for. One brilliant top prize, as far as I'm concerned, is you get a chance to win the white top that the women played in last season when we got our first ever victory in this league against United. It's a great bit of history that somebody's going to win.
I can actually remember it was horrendous night at
was
Gussie
awful
Park,
weather.
and I still haven't seen the goals. It's like, although I've been seeing them, somebody said in the highlights, because the lights were that poor,
Aye.
I still haven't seen. They still can't see the goals.
Yeah.
But what a night! Even though it was cold, miserable, what a night to win, to come from behind and win 3-1. You know, with 3 great goals. Was, you know, that was brilliant.
It was. It's like I say, so memorable. I'll tell you, the biggest memory I have of the night isn't the 3 points. It was the fact I discovered that the jacket that I had on was not waterproof.
Yeah, I was the same.
Yeah, it was meant to be, by the way.
I was soaked, you
I
know.
was bought it being told it was, but no, that's how bad
I think
it
I had
was.
wet feet by the end of the night, so it's actually cool.
So that's the first one, and the second prize is current. It's the current strip, I believe, and it's the full kit, and you get the chance to have your name and number put on the back of that. So the top prize is the white strip, as in just the top, and then the second prize is the full kit. So Darren, we'll go with the top prize first, my friend. So give those a good steer around. No looking at the numbers. No cheating.
And it's number 54.
54, right. Now,
who's the lucky person?
well, you know how we're saying Cody does so much, etc. She's got to bring the sheet. So it was 54. So congratulations to Dawn Campbell. So Dawn Campbell, congratulations.
Well done.
You have won the white top. Right, let's not put that back in there, buddy. Okay, next up. This is for the blue,
The full kit.
the full kit.
And it's number 50.
In the middle. And that winner, number 50, is Kirsty Stewart. So congratulations
Well done
to both
to
our
both of
winners.
us.
Well done. Thank you very much, Dan.
No
Not just
problem,
for doing this, my friend, but for everything you do for
Cheers,
the club.
much appreciated.
Much appreciated.
Thanks
Look
very
after
much.
yourself,
You
pal.
too.